Well, hello. We're charging at 8 to 9 amps, as you see, and bringing the battery voltage up. This battery bank is really tough to charge, and it's not tough in the other way around to charge. It's just where the locations where the panels are, and the panels is just small panels here, bringing some power and sitting right on my deck, and I don't have much control over them. They're in angle that probably is not adequate, but they're still making power. Here are the panels. I just lay flat on my deck. Not exactly flat, but you can see, yeah, the shading from the bars or whatever, the 2x2s, and there we go, all the way. So these are two 450 watt Greenergy solar, and this one here they were claiming is the latest technology. They're more higher efficiency than this one, and how you can tell the design, because look at the frames are thicker. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, thicker, and this one a little thinner. Okay, the panel got a little bit height, and the other one is taller. So these are the panels. So 4 of the 50 watt Greenergy. I don't know if you need the code is right here. Okay, let's see what's the new one, the code for the new one. Let's compare. Probably I can able to catch it or another angle. Well, let's try this. Okay, see, and this one's at just the 70 or the 98. I don't know if it makes any difference, but this is what they refer as the latest ones. So 4 of them is 50 times 4, so that gives you the 200 watts. Here, these are other panels here. These are just 83 watts, 283 watts, and 4 of the 50 watt solar panels. So add 83 times 2 plus 200. So these are the panels right here. Okay. So this is why you've seen the power production we're making is not too heavy. But this is the winter time and we're still bringing that power. Is okay. I'll take that. Trickle charge the batteries. So this is the production. If I do the math correctly, 50 watts times 4 is 200. 83 times 2 supposed to be 176. So I wired the 83. All right, if I do the math correctly, is 83 times 2 gives you 176, and 50 times 4 gives you 200. That gives us a total of 376 watts of solar array we have out there charging these batteries. That's why it takes a little bit longer. Well, we tend to pull 9 amps, and see the PowerPoint tracking is going to track and go back. And it's just, you've seen the shade, and with these 2x2s, the shadow in the panels. So that's why I didn't go all the way to higher series. So I decided to wire the panels that way, 4 in parallel, the 2 of the 83 in parallel, and series them. Because if you tend to have more of the series, like those little ones, you wire them series for you to gain high voltage, and we will end up with over 100 and some volt. And right now, those Renogy, they run at 21 VOC, I think 17, and when they unload, and those ones, they're almost the same as 21.1 or 21.7, one or about around the 21. So they almost run the same at 17, 18 volts on load. So I decided to wire the 4 in parallel, the 50 watts, and 2 of the 83s in parallel, and I series them. The reason why I've done it is just because of I don't want a higher voltage coming because of the weather and the shade where they are. So that's the problem. We will end up with so much problem with shade, and we're gonna lose power. So let's look for power coming from the solar panels. It's supposed to be in the 43, around 43 or 44. Okay, now you can see it sits at a 40.2. So when I parallel and series them, and this is what 45, I think, in the open circuit, they are now on load. So this voltage is perfect to charge a 12 volt system. If you want to go 24 volts, you want to go up a little bit higher, maybe in the 60s, 55 to 60, and you'll be good to charge a 24 volt system. So it's just a matter of me wiring the other panels, maybe keep the smaller ones in parallel, then wire the other one in series. So we get anyhow I want to do it, I'm able to do that. But this is basically a 45 volts all in all panel. The way I wired it, you can see the MPPT is tracking. So, and this is what we end up getting. Okay, so if you look keenly, this is the watt. See that? 126 watts coming in out of 376. So just imagine if we are in a good weather, good exposure, we can bring in more than that. So that's the voltage right now, and this is what is coming out from the panels. We bring in about 3.1 volt from the panels, and 40.9 volts voltage from the panels, and 125.6 watts in, and we bring in 9 amps at 13.7 volts. So this is all I want to share with you guys. Like and subscribe, JW Solar USA, and we are charging the batteries. These are the batteries. We got a breaker right there. And we have a fuse, inline fuse here for the battery, and we have the breaker. All right, 500 amp hour battery bank, 12 volts. $80 modules here. 80 cells, which are already designed for 4 modules. So I can do 12, 24, 36, 48 volts easily at 125 amp hour each. Thanks for watching. Love you guys all. Stay tuned for more to come. Live from the channel, JW Solar USA. We are charging.